guys, it's Lily and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about how you can reach your 2021 fitness goals. It sounds crazy saying 2021. Like, sorry, what is going on? But anyway, so I went over to my Instagram and TikTok and kind of asked some questions you guys want to know, what you're feeling about 2021, how to achieve your goals, what type of things you want help with, what you're not sure on, advice. So all this video is going to be ways to achieve your goals, my kind of like top tips, and answering some of your questions you have. So in my opinion, the most important thing that will help you achieve your goals is consistency. This doesn't even have to be your goal in fitness, this can be just your goal in general. But without consistency, you're not going to reach it. If my goal is to improve my strength and I train once a week, for like half an hour, I'm like, well, where's my strength? Where is it? Or if I train 3 times a week, I've done really well, but then the whole other month I just don't do it. Like, your body, you need that consistency of your workouts, of whatever you're trying to do to be able to reach that goal and build up to it. And within those consistent sessions, you can add in all the other stuff. It's simply, if you're not consistent, your goals are just, they'll take longer to get there. And then going alongside consistency is motivation. This is probably one of the hardest, and especially in the year we've just been through and probably the year we're going into, motivation has taken a hit. Like, I've struggled with motivation, you probably have as well. The gym shutting have not helped. It being dark has not helped. You just not being able to socialise hasn't helped. I think motivation has just really taken an all-time low these 2 years. However, in the first lockdown, my motivation actually went up. That's because I was like, right, I can't do anything else. Let's focus on my goals and focus on myself and my fitness. And I think having that motivation to work out really helps you to reach your goals, because again, if you're not motivated, it's going to be harder to stay consistent and harder to work towards those goals every day. So there's so many ways of staying motivated. Maybe following a plan, following like fitness influencers on Instagram. I know that keeps me so motivated. Even having your own fitness account, whether you post on it or not, it's just a really great way to kind of document your journey. Progress photos, that's a great way of motivation. You can look back and be like, wow, look at how far I've come. Like, that's incredible. Another way of really trying to get that motivation is to visualise yourself hitting those goals. Imagine how you're going to feel like when you get there. Motivate yourself to work harder to reach these goals. And also think about how you feel after you've done a workout. Like, I don't know about you, but I've never regretted a workout. Like, there's so many times I just can't be bothered to go, and I'll push myself to go anyway, and I'll just be so thankful that I've done it. You just need to find what works for you and what you find motivates yourself the most, because without motivation, again, you're not gonna have that drive to reach your goal. So that's really quite important. Another thing I really think with helping to reach your 2021 fitness goals is just write them down. This sounds stupid, but if you write down your goals, you're more likely to achieve them, because you've gone over it in your mind, you've made it an official goal, rather than just being like, oh yeah, I'd like to get 100 kg hip thrust, like, I'd like to, like, it doesn't matter if I don't. No, you want to write that goal down, keep it in a planner so you can come back to it when you've reached that goal, and it's just going to seem all amazing because you've done it. Like, it's just such a good form of motivation. I know for me anyway, just to have my goals written down, I can come back and look at them and be like, oh, I'm so close to that one. Oh my gosh, I can't believe that was a goal. I'm doing that for my warm-up now. Like, you can just, it's a different way of like motivating yourself, bringing back into that. But I think it's just a good way of firming your goals right at the beginning of the year. Do long-term, short-term goals, like short-term within the next few months, what you want, long-term, what you want to achieve by the end of the year. And obviously it's hard with Corona, because I know I'm doing Gymshark 66 this year, even though I'm not old enough yet, I'm still taking part. And one of mine is to hit 100 kg hip thrusts. And at the moment I can't, because I'm not going to the gym, because I'm in tier 4. Round of applause please for tier 4. We know, we love it. No, we don't. But yeah, so I can't do that, but I'm working on ways to help that, so when I come back to the gym, when they all open, I'll be in the best possible shape to reach that goal. So now I'm going to move on to some of your questions. I asked these on Instagram and on TikTok, and I've got a few, and I'm going to pop them up on the screen so you can see the question, and hopefully my answer will give you what you want. So my first question was how to keep on track when gyms are shut and you don't have any heavy weights at home. I think this obviously is a challenge, because if you don't have heavy weights and you're not being able to access the gyms, you're going to feel a knock in your confidence and your goals are going to take a hit because you're not going to be lifting as heavy. However, what this time at home is perfect for is increasing your flexibility, timing your movements, doing really slow contractions, properly getting those muscles to work, focusing on your form. Form is such a key aspect of lifting. You can't lift heavy until you've got your form nailed, and this is the perfect time to research the form, video yourself, get people to give you this is the perfect time to work on your form. Find videos online of what you want to do, video yourself and look at it and compare it to what you see on other people's. Look all over. Be careful looking on places like Instagram or TikTok, because I have seen some where the form is not perfect, and I am one of these people. I posted stuff which my form isn't perfect. However, I mentioned my form wasn't perfect and said that I'm working on it, and I was showing it to show my progress. But look up certain things like Brett Conaronas. I don't know how you say his name, the glute guy. He's really good with telling you the form of the hip thrust and how to do that properly and what you need to do in order to hit your target muscle, whether you want it to be glutes, because a lot of people in hip thrust hit their quads and don't feel it in their glutes. So just research and kind of also figure out what works for you. Like within Bulgarian split squats, where you feel it in your quads and where you feel it in your glutes. Figure out which one works better over this lockdown time, and just try and figure out which is best for you. You can just work on your endurance, you can do different types of exercises, focus a lot more on your eating, because I know some people don't have time to focus on their eating if they're working all the time, then going to the gym, then going seeing their friends, whereas now we're stuck at home. Even if you're working from home, you have that time you used to commute in the morning. Plan your meals, plan what you want to hit in the day, plan your macros, micros, but be careful not to worry too much about what you're eating, because at the end of the day we're in a pandemic. Like, just enjoy yourself, do what makes you happy. If you're happy eating all healthy foods, do it, but don't force yourself to do it because you think it's going to make you feel better. Another question I got was how to stay motivated when you're not achieving your goals. Like, this happens so often. People are trying their hardest, they're going to the gym, they're doing everything they think is going to get them to their goals, and they're not seeing results, causing them to just put off that goal and just be like, well, I'm never going to get it. It's difficult when you're not seeing results, but just realise that you will see results eventually. And if you think back to where you started, how much you've come, like how far you've come, and there are a few reasons you can't be hitting the goals. Either you've hit a plateau, which just means you just need to change your workouts a little bit. You need to try and have that extra boost of motivation, try and see a different coach, see all the different things you can do. And another one is you're just simply doing the wrong exercises. If you want to grow your glutes and you're really focusing on your glutes, but you're in a calorie deficit, you're not doing compound movements, you're not activating your glutes before workout, you're not training them 3 times a week, you're not going to see the results. And although you think you're working towards that goal, you're not going to grow your glutes if you're just not training them correctly. Another big thing I see as well is people saying, how can I lose weight on my stomach and gain it on my bum, because they want that like hourglass figure, and you can't. You kind of have to focus on what's more important, because to be able to see your abs, you need to be in a calorie deficit, and to grow your glutes, you need to be in a calorie surplus. So the two don't really fit together. I guess it is possible to do it, but if you want to see the best results, almost do one at a time, you know? And on this point, I also got this question, which is how to remove upper arm fat. I'm going to be harsh, you can't spot reduce fat. You can't just say, I want to lose fat on my arms but keep fat on my bum. No, if you lose fat, you lose fat. You can't decide where you're going to lose it from. And I think this is such an important thing about why people are doing the wrong thing. They're really trying to grow your bum and lose the upper body weight, but you can't do both at once, and you can't spot reduce where you want to lose the fat. So I think as long as you understand you can't. So this question here is all about setting realistic goals, and this is where you use SMART to create this acronym to create what goals you want to reach. So you need to use a SMART goals, which is specific, achievable, measurable, accepted, time bound. I think that's what they are, probably wrong, A-level PE, you know. I've also just realised how atrocious my spelling is, and they are completely not in the right order of SMART, but they're all what they mean, they're just not in the right order because I don't know what's wrong with me. But yeah, you just basically you need to give yourself a time bracket. So whether it's in a few months, at the end of the year, specific, be what you want, what weight you want to hit, what time you want to get on your 5k, whatever you want to do. Don't just be like, I want to get stronger. If you set yourself a point, you'll be able to work towards it better. So if you say this 100 kg hip thrust, you know you want to get to that point. Whereas if you just say, I want to improve my hip thrust, you can improve it by 2 kilograms and you've improved it, and that's great, but your goal is still to get stronger. Achievable, make sure it's like realistic. Like at the moment, if you're hip thrusting like only just like the 10 kilogram bar and you're like, okay, by the end of the month I want to hip thrust 200 kilograms, it's unlikely. You need to make sure you know within yourself how hard you work, how quickly you progress. So you don't want to put unnecessary pressure on yourself by making the goals just simply too hard. So I got another question, like, how does COVID affect your goals? And obviously it does have a massive impact. Like I said, with gyms being shut, not being able to go places, working from home, it's just different. But I think what you need to do is adapt your goals around COVID. So coming into this new year, you know COVID's still here, hopefully not for much longer, but what you can do is just adapt your goals. Think, oh, I want to do my 5k time because you're at home, so you're running 5ks more often than at the gym. Or you want to really focus on your flexibility, do yoga how many times a day, stretch every day, just to really focus on the things you can do at home rather than gym achievements. Or it's hard, and like I said, it has knocked motivation and it has limited your ability to create certain goals. However, it's not stopping you from reaching goals that you set which are realistic within COVID. And again, obviously, if you have COVID, that's a different story. If you've been suffered from loss, that's a different story. But the actual whole lockdown, if you don't let it stop your goals, don't use it as an excuse as to why you haven't done this, why I haven't done that, oh, because I'm in lockdown. No, you've got more time than ever. This is the most time you're ever going to have. Make sure you use it right and you use it to better yourself and work on your goals and just create a better self. This is one I got from TikTok, and it's, are Chloe Ting workouts worth it? Now, in the first lockdown, as I'm pretty sure every single person in the bloody country did, I did a Chloe Ting workout. I didn't follow the whole plan, I just did a few of her workouts from YouTube just to kind of get the gist. And personally, I enjoyed the ab workout. I think it is a good ab workout. However, you need to get out of your head, you're not going to get an hourglass figure from doing this for this amount of days. Abs especially are massive to do with your diet. You can do an ab workout every day, but if you're eating junk food every day, you're not going to see your abs. So that one, it's difficult. I think you can still do them because they are good ab workouts at the end of the day, and they're a workout, they're better than doing nothing. However, I think there are better workouts out there for you to be doing and focusing on core strength. And if you want that visible abs, you just need to be in a calorie deficit and lose that weight. And again, because you can't spot reduce fat, you can't just say, well, all these workouts, like, they take the fat off my tummy. No, you just need to lose fat in general to be able to see your abs. And it's not saying that you're fat if you can't, it's simply saying for them to be visible, you need a low percentage of body fat on your abs. Like, even I wouldn't classify myself as fat at all. I think I'm quite skinny, but I still can't see my abs. But that, again, that doesn't mean I'm fat. So try not to take that the wrong way, if you know what I mean. So my final question I had was how to know what weights to start with. I think this is really important because so many beginners are put off weightlifting because they just simply don't know where to start. And my advice is just start as light as you can. Literally start with the 1 kilogram dumbbells, and if they're super light, you can move up and just stop when you feel comfortable. I think everyone is different with what weight they start with. Don't compare yourself to other people, and don't feel like because you're using 1 kilogram dumbbells at the gym, you shouldn't be there, and it's embarrassing, because absolutely not. Every single person in that gym has been in your position before. Every single person in the fitness industry who goes to the gym has been a beginner. So really try not to let it knock your confidence or throw you off and force you to use heavier weights and potentially injure yourself. Using low weight and working on your form is such an important part of weightlifting. If you don't do this at the beginning, chances are you probably won't, because it's quite an ego thing. Like, oh, I've gone from lifting 80 kg with awful form to back down to 20 but with good form. So really try and just use as lightweight as possible when you feel comfortable. Look at what workouts work with what different weights. Some workouts, because like your lower body might be so much longer than your upper body, like mine is, so I I can, like I said, I can do a 50 kg hip thrust, but I could never do a 50 kg overhead press because the muscles work so differently. So you just have to basically figure out what works for you. Just have a day at the gym, just figuring out what weight you think you work for each part of the body, and then you can progressively overload from there. Hopefully that helps. So that is the end of this video. I hope it was helpful. Sorry I rambled on a little bit. But the whole point is just 2021's your year. You're going to smash your goals. If you believe it, manifest it. I've manifested that all of you are going to reach your goals if you've watched this video and watched to this far. But yeah, just consistency, motivation, planning your workouts. Just do whatever you can. Small things every day. Get 10,000 steps. Whatever your goals are, just if you work hard enough, you can get them. It's not that difficult if you have the right mindset. And obviously that's where some of it comes into it, but yeah. So thank you so much for watching if you made it this far. Thank you to everyone who asked questions. Like I said, I hope it was helpful. Sorry for rambling on. Be sure to like and subscribe for more tips. My DMs are always open on Instagram. Here's my Instagram if you want to message me, want any help. I know so many people have messaged me asking me to create plans for them, advise them on certain aspects, and I've done it and they've been really thankful. So please just message me. Don't be embarrassed, honestly. I'm even a beginner myself, you know, so don't be scared to get help. That's all I'm gonna say. So thank you for watching. Bye.